From the Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy! And this is segment 2 of my 3-1 special for Hunter, Alex, and John. I'm going to be playing Jeopardy for the Nintendo 64. Let's see how this goes.
And now, here is our host, Alex Trebek.
Welcome to your favorite game of answers and questions. We know who the contestants are, so let's go to work in the first round, the Jeopardy round, which has the one daily double.
Alright,
Categories
for the Jeopardy round. Books and offers. Nebraska. Ends in go. Go in quotation marks, so we know what that means. U.S. geography. World history. And the Civil War.
Make a
And
selection.
of course, with ends and go, the go in quotation marks, meaning the responses will end with that word. And why don't we start with that category? Ends and go for 100. A song says it takes 2 to perform this dance. What is tango?
You got it.
And tango is right.
Select again.
Ends and go for 200. It's Spanish for friend. What is amigo?
That's right. Select again.
Ends and go for 300. It's the specialized vocabulary of a particular discipline or field. We're looking for lingo. Lingo.
Select again.
Ends and go for 400. A leading maker of motorhomes, this company celebrated its 35th anniversary in 1993. What is Winnebago?
You got it. Select again.
Ends and go for 500. Explorer Vespucci's first name. And we hear from John. What is Wingo? That is not
Gosh, that's
correct.
wrong. Anyone else?
Amerigo.
Pick again.
Alright, Civil War for 100. In November 1863, Edward Everett gave the long oration of the dedication of the National Cemetery here. John? What is Gettysburg?
You got it.
That's right.
Make a selection.
U.S. Geography 100. This state's northernmost mainland point lies on the Kuina Peninsula on the Upper Peninsula. Michigan. Michigan.
Make a selection.
Nebraska 100. In 1804, this pair became the first Americans to explore what became Nebraska. Who were Lewis and Clark?
That's a correct response.
That's what we needed.
Select again.
Civil War 200. Kennesaw Mountain and Peachtree Creek were battles in Sherman's campaign to take this city. And we hear from Jen. What is Savannah?
No, that's not right.
Nope.
Anyone else?
The correct city was Atlanta. It was Atlanta.
Pick again.
John, go again. U.S. Geography 200. Chief cities in this desert include Barstow, California, and Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't think it would be the Sahara Desert. It's too far away. Oh boy, which desert? It was the Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert.
Select again.
Books and Offers 100. Ian Fleming devised his story about this evil doctor after visiting a flamingo colony in the Bahamas. Dr. No. Dr. No.
Select again.
Mr. Entry for 300. In 1870, Hazard Stevens and P.B. Van Trump became the first to climb this mountain near Seattle. John? What is Mount Rainier?
You got it.
Yep.
Select again.
Nebraska 200. You can visit stations of this 1860 to 1861 mail delivery service at Fairbury and Gothenburg. What is the Pony Express?
That's a correct response. Make a selection.
Okay, let's go for Nebraska for 300. The state seal shows a steamboat on this river that forms the state's eastern border. And we're looking for the Missouri River. The Missouri River.
Make a selection.
Let's go with World History for 100. In 1988, this country's new parliament building was dedicated in Canberra. Jen says, what is Australia?
You got it.
That's what I was going to say, but I wasn't fast enough. Nebraska 400. Headquartered in Nebraska's largest city, it's one of the world's largest private health insurance companies. Jen again. What is Mutual of Omaha?
You got it.
Yes.
Select again.
So we're
Answer.
And there's the Daily Double. He was over 60 years old when he took Mobile Bay from the Confederates in 1864. Was David Farragut?
That's right.
Yep.
Select again.
Let's try to be forwarded. Two of this state's largest lakes are Quedman Reservoir and Wachusett Reservoir near Worcester. Jen. Is Maine?
Sorry.
Nope.
Anyone else?
Down to $50. Massachusetts was what we needed.
Pick again.
Books and offers for $200. In Disclosure, this Rising Sun offer dealt with sexual harassment. John says Michael Collins. No, Michael Crichton. Excuse me.
You got it.
That's right.
Make a selection.
World History 200. In 1957, this country physician was elected president of Haiti. Correct response, Francois Duvalier.
Make a selection.
Nebraska for $500. Nebraska is the only state with this type of legislature. Unicameral.
Make a selection.
And now we're going to the Civil War for $400. This man, who became president in 1881, was chief of staff to General Rosecrans during the war. James Garfield. James Garfield.
Make a selection.
You start through 500. On their arrival in April 1607, the colonists of the London Company explored and named this river. And it's the James River. The James River.
Make a selection.
World History for $300. This region of France that juts into the Atlantic was conquered by Julius Caesar in 56 BC. And it's John. What is Brittany?
You got it.
Yes.
Select again.
World History for $400. At his inaugural on March 4th, 1933, he said, "Our greatest primary task is to put people to work." And it's Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Pick again.
Finishing up world history. In 1556, the deadliest quake in history shook this country's Shenzi region, claiming 830,000 lives. Thinking either China or Japan. I don't really want to risk it though. Let's see if Jen knows this. She says it was Japan.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Okay,
Anyone
it's
else?
not Japan. Yeah, it was the other one. What is China?
Select again.
Civil War 500. The Battle of Pittsburgh Landing is also called the Battle of This, after a church on the battlefield.
That's right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Books offers 300. Some of the characters from Scruples were featured in her 1994 bestseller Lovers. Judith Krantz. Judith Krantz.
Make a selection.
This offers 400. The Silmarillion, sort of a prequel to his fantasy series, was published posthumously in 1966. J.R. Tolkien. J.R. Tolkien.
Make a selection.
Alright, let's take our last clue in Books and Offers. His Eye of the Needle was published in England under the title Storm Island. And the author we needed here was Ken Follett. Ken Follett.
All right, it's time.
All right,
now
let's
for
head
the
into Double Jeopardy, shall we?
round. Remember, we have two daily
There's two daily
in this
doubles
round
up there.
today.
And Jen's in third place, so she'll select
Categories
first
are-
from among these categories. The insect world. Fire. Bon appetit. Sounds yummy. Perfume and cologne. Artistic quotes. And finally, art and artists.
Make a
Where do we
selection.
begin? Perfume and cologne 200. Inspired by a Greek legend, Antaeus is a cologne for men by this company that makes cocoa for women. I want to say what is Chanel, but I don't know. It would have been right. Oh well.
Make a selection.
Fire 200. After Rome burned in 64 AD, this emperor rebuilt his palace on a colossal scale. Who is Nero?
That's right.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Bon appetit for 200. One recipe for bouillon d'escargot calls for 36 of these, already shelled. Wait, escargot I think are snails, are they not?
You got it.
Yes!
Select again.
Bon appetit for 400. A classic sauce for seafood, remoulade, is made by adding herbs and mustard to this emulsion. Jen. What is mayonnaise?
You got it.
Yes.
Make a selection.
Art and artist 200. In 1950, Giacomo Manzu won a commission to create bronze doors for this Roman basilica. St. Peter's. St. Peter's.
Make a selection.
Bon appetit 600. In the dish canard roti au peche, this meat is served with peaches. Jen. What is duck?
That's a correct response. Select again.
That's for 400. Antoine Coiseveau produced much of the sculpture in this French palace and its gardens. Versailles. Versailles.
Pick again.
Fire, no, Bon Appetit 800. This creamy leek and potato soup was created in the United States by a French chef. Jen? Bouillabaisse? That is not
Sorry,
correct.
Anyone else?
John. Vichy sauce?
That's a correct response.
However you pronounce it, and it's correct. Art and artist for 600. Canadian artist James Wilson Morris was the model for Cronshaw in his novel of human bondage. Jen. W. Somerset Maugham.
That's a correct response.
Correct.
Make a selection.
Perfume and Cologne 400. The name of this perfume doesn't stand for acid, but for the initials of Ben John's 3 children. I don't know how you pronounce the name of that acid. Deoxyribonucleic.
Right.
And DNA was
Select
what
again.
we needed. Inset World 200. These inset parts are divided into 5 main segments: the trochanter, coxa, femur, tibia, and tarsus. The legs. The legs.
Select again.
Artistic Quotes 200. Someone said of his The Last Judgment, such things might be painted in a voluptuous bathroom. John. Leonardo da Vinci.
No, sorry.
Incorrect.
Anyone else?
Right now we have a close game here. Michelangelo. Only $200 separating first place from third
Pick
place
again.
at the moment. Still time though. Fire for 400. Maria Theresa ordered La Scala built in this Italian city after fire destroyed the old theater. Oh. I think I know it, but I got locked out.
No, I'm sorry. That's wrong.
Florence.
Anyone else?
No, not my guess. I'll say what is Rome.
No, that's not right.
No, that's not right
Anyone
either.
else?
Milan.
Pick again.
Another 300. Austrian painter Egon Schiele died in 1918 of this disease that swept Europe. Jen? Was influenza?
That's a correct response.
Right. And you're in the lead at 1650. Bon appetit 1000. Filled with various mixtures, champignon farcis are stuffed ones of these. Farcis, however you say it. John? They're eggs. That is
Gosh,
not
that's
right.
wrong. Anyone else?
They're stuffed mushrooms.
Select again.
Inside world for 400. Many insects have three ocelli, a simple type of this organ, set in a triangular formation. Their eyes. Their eyes.
Pick again.
Perfume Clone 600. This actress's fragrant jewels include white diamonds and rubies. Elizabeth Taylor.
Pick again.
Fire 600. This theater burned in 1613 when a prop cannon ignited its roof, but was rebuilt within a year. John? Oh, the Globe Theater. Yeah, of course.
You got it.
But I
Make a
got
selection.
locked out. Oh well. Artistic quotes 400. Miro called this mobile sculptor the tough guy with the soul of a nightingale. George Segal?
No, that's incorrect.
Nope.
Anyone else?
Alexander Calder.
Make a selection.
Fire
Answer.
800.
Daily-
There's one of the daily doubles in this round. In 1947, fire destroyed most of Bar Harbor on this state's Mount Desert Island. And he says, what is Massachusetts?
Sorry.
Nope. Maine was what we needed.
Make a selection.
Ernest 1000. A Jean-Antoine Houdon bust of this Candide offered the National Gallery of Art was sculpted in the year he died. Voltaire. Voltaire.
Make a selection.
800. A dramatic fragrance by Alfred Sung, or the word an audience shouts for a singer to perform again. What is encore?
You got it.
There we go.
Make a selection.
Let's go with artistic quotes for 600. John Singer Sargent supposedly said, "Every time I paint this type of work, I lose a friend." What is a portrait?
Right. Select again.
800 artistic
Answer the
quotes.
other daily double.
And there's the other daily double. Okay, I'll just go for 300. I don't have that big of a lead, and I don't want to risk too much. Here's the answer. Stevie Smith wrote of this artist, "See how Theotokopoulos froze on his canvas colors of hell. I do not know.
Sorry.
Oh, El Greco. El Greco.
Select again.
Alright, let's finish it up. Degas said of this American Impressionist, "I will not admit that a woman can draw so well." Who is Mary Cassatt?
That's right.
Yep.
Make a selection.
Truman Cologne 1000. This designer gave his wife the Duchess of Windsor's Eternity ring, and it inspired his Eternity perfume. Calvin Klein.
Make a selection.
Insect World for 6. Some aphids secrete this sweet substance that has the same name as a greenish melon. What is honey?
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
No.
Anyone else?
Oh, honeydew!
Make a selection.
Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Insect World 800. In male moths, these appendages are covered with organs of smell that help them find mates. Antennae. Antennae.
Make a selection.
2 clues left. It fills the entire cavity of an insect's body, but does not carry oxygen to the cells. It's the blood. The blood.
Make a selection.
Alright, last clue. In Fire for $1,000, let's take a look at it. Over 2,000 died in 1863 when the Church of the Campania built in this Chilean capital. What is Santiago?
That's a correct response.
And I finish up the round with $2,400, and it's time now for Final Jeopardy.
About this category.
And our Final Jeopardy category today is historic terms. Okay, now they only risk half, as you all know. So John would go to, let's see, half of 1350 is 675. So he would go to 2025. Now Jen would go to 1875. Let's see. Hang on a second. How much would John go to again if he were to get it right? Yeah, 2,000. No, hang on a second. Half of 1350 is 675. So he'd go to 2025. Let's go with... You know what? I'll just play it safe and not risk a thing. Alright, let's take a look at our final Jeopardy answer.
Jeopardy answer is...
The name of these colonial militiamen comes from the claim that they could be ready in 60 seconds. I could have wagered money, but that's okay. I'll say who were the Minutemen.
Let's see if our contestants...
Jen, we'll begin with you.
What did you put down as your response? You got it.
Yeah, it's the Minutemen. Up to 1875.
No, I'm sorry,
John
that's
said the
wrong.
Musketeers, that's wrong. And he goes down to 675.
You got it.
I got it right. I didn't risk anything, but that's okay. I still win the game.
Thank you for playing Jeopardy. Let's do it again real soon.
Yeah, for some reason the sound bites from Alex and the actual movements were a little bit off today, but that's alright. And well, nothing. Well, I think this is the second time that my Jeopardy N64 game is frozen on me. However, since we've already played through the whole game, we are going to make this official. I'm the winner with $2,400. But, I'll tell you, well, $2,400 was the score I won with, but I'll tell you what we'll do. Since this is a special, we'll bump that up to $10,000. And because this is a special, and because I came in first place, we'll bump that up to $10,000, and that's the amount that Alex, John, and Hunter will each receive. So $10,000 for all three of them, and we will have our third segment after this. Please stay with us.